Hey guys, well, hey, this is take two in small streaming world. This is our SummerSlam preview show. Stick around if you're still here. If you're not, get here so you can listen to what's going on this weekend, hear our predictions, and get some forecasting from us. We'll even take a tally of that, and then get on the chat so you can let us know what you're looking forward to, and we could throw that on the show too. So look forward to seeing you on there on round two.
Getting ready to seize your first opportunity to come into the ring and start grandstanding and hot dogging, yeah!
I can't help it that I look good, smell good, woo, can dance all night long.
When we speak, our voices are heard. We all say, I bring it.
Welcome to the Wrestling Podcast Show that'll hit you harder than Ricky the Dragon Steamboat again, because his drop kicks are always sweet to watch. This is Masonic Vader. Welcome to Malice Smack Talk. Joining us again is Marty.
Good to be back. 2 times to one night. Get the party started.
Yes, and Mind Freak.
Here again. Let's have some fun.
Yes, it sounds like our sound is going this time. We're good. Our fearless producer has saved the day yet again. Thank you very much, sir. And of course, we got to make sure we give a thanks to Malice Corp. Malice-Corp. They bring us the show, and you guys get to enjoy it. Check out the website. Great nerd articles. Great show every Friday night at 8 o'clock on Twitch on the same exact channel. And of course, just a slew of other shows that are going on there as well. There's almost something coming up every week now. Check them out, Malice-Corp. Let's get right into the we've got our SummerSlam preview here. We kind of rambled on this, guys. Unfortunately, we didn't realize that the show wasn't going, and we gave we'll start off again by just saying send our prayers to the Neidhart family as Jim the Anvil Neidhart passed away yesterday at the age of 63. Once again, a phenomenal tag team wrestler, legendary wrestler. Probably is the reason some of the people are wrestling today on TV is because of him. One in particular, Natalia. Other than that, though, he was a great wrestler. It's gonna be it sucks to see him go because he's actually been part of the WWE universe in the last his daughter on the show and everything and whatnot. So, my freak, what was your thoughts or remembering of Neidhart?
Just, I was still pretty young in the wrestling, so, I mean, going back, looking at, clips and stuff like that, kind of like mid-Attitude Era, and it was one of the top tag teams. He was part of it, the Hart Foundation, and, I mean, he's done a lot of stuff with the universe. He was known by a lot of superstars as a friendly, fun-loving kind of guy, and, another legend gone too soon, man. Sucks. So,
absolutely, yeah. And then Marty, and a quick snippet there, man. What do you think was your highlight there? What you had mentioned earlier.
My heart was a foundation, our foundation for the action that we did today. For a little while longer.
There you go. So once again, rest in peace to Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Thank you very much for all the memories, and we will definitely be seeing you on some of those previous SummerSlams that they'll be showing this weekend. So thank you very much. Speaking of SummerSlam, let's jump right into it, guys. There are 13 matches between the pre-show and the actual show itself. In fact, so many damn matches that there's 2 hours of pre-show now. We laughed about this before and said there's no way I would watch freaking 7 hours of wrestling on a Sunday, but they're dangerously close to getting to 7 hours. This is ridiculous.
We're at 6 hours of wrestling on a Sunday. Woohoo!
Yeah, man, they get to 7, dude. I don't know what's going to happen. So we got our pre-show going on, and I thought the best way to do the highlights as far as what we're looking forward to this weekend, what's our favorite matches. We'll go into some of the big events. In other words, I think we definitely need to talk about those title matches. Those are the most important ones out of all of them. and definitely see what's going on there. And at the end of the show, we'll give our predictions. Marty's got his pen and paper down. We're going to see if someone can have the tiebreaker this week broken. Last pay-per-view, it was a tie between Marty and I. It was only because I went against what I said the day before. Go figure. All right. Mind Freak says he's going to pull off a win. And that's when our feed went down. So you can't say anything, Mind Freak. It's not going to happen anyways.
Yeah, whatever. We'll see.
Yeah. So in the pre-show, now I need you guys to help me out a little bit about the because unfortunately there's so much stuff going on, and I've unfortunately had my head in the clouds for the last couple of days with stuff. If I'm not mistaken, the pre-show has 3 matches.
It does. It has a mixed match between Lana and Rusev versus Zelina Vega and Almas. Got the B team versus the Revival for the Raw Tag Team Champions. And then we have Alexander versus Gulak for the Cruiserweight titles. Those are the 3 matches we have. On the pre-show, 2 of them being title matches.
So I get the lane, I get the mixed tag match, but I think I'm gonna once again throw this out here that you have 2 titles going in the pre-show. I know they're trying to spike some interest in the pre-show. Maybe one of them would be good, but having 2 of them. Out of the 3 matches, which one are the one which match are you looking forward to, Marty, and why?
Out of the 3 matches, I'm actually looking forward to Lana Rusev versus Almas and Vega. One, the B Team Revival, don't want the Revival whatsoever. And Gulak and Alexander, personally, with this kind of card, they kind of set their standard of being on the pre-show. I think Rusev and Almas is going to put on a great match together. And I think Lana and Vega, for what their talent level is, can put on anything happen to them. I'm just going to see where the storylines are going to go forward. I think this is going to be interesting. And we have that odd man out that's going to be a definite factor in this match. And Eden, good old boy, he was over there.
He'll come out and sing a bad song, and that's what'll happen. I don't know, man.
Tonight.
Mind Freak, which one are you looking forward out of the 3?
Marty's going to criticize me, and I hate when he goes first and says match, but it's same thing. The Lana Rusev versus Vega and Almas, and only because mine's a little bit of a different reason than his. For me, out of everybody that's on the pre-show, I mean, yeah, the B team's awesome, but it's the Revival. But I think, with one, if you have to take a look at superstars and who has some of the biggest pop right now, it has to be Lana and Rusev with the whole Lana and Rusev thing. And I think that's one of the reasons why they're having this match on the pre-show. It's, again, to try to drive more people to the pre-show, especially those that are subscribers to the WWE Network, kind of like, hey, if this match is awesome, let's watch the rest of it.
Yeah, now I'm actually going to break you guys on this one. I'm not going to go with that match. The only reason why I'm going to say that is because if this was maybe 2 months ago, I would definitely be all for that match. However, the match I am looking forward to is going to be the Cruiserweight Championship match between Cedric Alexander and Drew Gulak. The reason why I say that is because for the last 2 months, Drew Gulak has done a phenomenal job of rebranding or redoing his character. Got away from that political, like, hey, no high-flying whatever, to a submission artist, a submission machine. And it's worked really well. His promos have been great. As he's been commentating on the mic during some of the matches, they've been spot on. Him teaming up with Kendrick and Gallagher has actually been really good as well, as far as bringing a nice little mini stable there. Cedric Alexander has proven that he's a great competitor. He's having some awesome matches. I think one of the downsides of Cedric Alexander is his strength and stamina. Yeah, I mean, his strength is by far stronger. He's stronger, one of the strongest ones on 205. And there's only a couple guys that really can compare to him. So it's nice to see someone like Drew Gulak stepping up, who has that ability to match up with him because of his size. But then he's also an opposite where he's not a high flyer. He's a ground and pound. He's a submission guy. I think it's gonna be a great match. It's gonna steal that pre-show as far as it's gonna be really fun. I agree with you. Muffin Top should not have a belt championship. They haven't done anything but singing in the background and saying they're the good or the top guys, and they're boring as all hell. So that's going to be a sleeper. That's going to go where you get your pre-game meal, guys. Or if you have to, take your pre-game drop. Whatever you got to do. But that's going to be the match you're going to do it in. It's nice to be see Lana, though. All right. So the pre-show is going. What's that? Yeah, I think Vega. I don't know, man. She's too small. She wears too much makeup. Whatever. The pre-show is gonna be 2 hours, guys. It's gonna be a crap load of talking with only 3 matches. So kind of look at probably an hour of talking, an hour of matches, depending on how much they give us. So, Marty, it looks like you have the list written down for the matches. Is that correct, sir? All right. So why don't so I would say let's run through really quick the non-title matches, starting from the bottom up. Let's go through those really quick and just kind of give us an idea of who's running there, and then let's do the same thing. Let's pick out 1 or 2 matches out of those you guys are looking forward to and giving us an idea about, and then we'll move on from there. So go for it, Marty.
We got 2 non-title matches. Very important. This is KO.
All right, I'm just going to start it. Out of all three of those matches, it's been the hottest rivalry for the last 2 years, or any type of like in-ring competition, and that's Daniel Bryan and Miz. It's going to be just finally cultivating everything we want, but it's hard to say like how is the match going to go. Like I know it's going to be a good match, but I know there's going to be 1 or 2 matches that are going to be better than that one, just because of who's involved. But overall, the Daniel Bryan the Miz match is the match I've been waiting for so long, and we'll finally get it at SummerSlam.
Well, I concur on that. I think that's something we've chatted about now for over 2 months, or ever since Daniel Bryan has gotten his wrestling ring going again. I got his clearance to start wrestling. This has been, I mean, in fact, it was actually good if you watched SmackDown earlier. They did a 3-part little vignette, if you want to call it that, on the progression of how that rivalry started 8 years ago from back in NXT, when NXT was, gosh, man, when they showed, I don't know if did you guys see that stuff? Marty, did you see it? Chris, My Freak, did you guys see those the SmackDown earlier?
No, I was busy helping family with some stuff, so I was like halfway into it before we started down here.
Yeah, it was cool. They broke it up into 3 episodes. The first one, they're about 5-minute episodes. The first one was talking about the NXT days when NXT was like literally, oh man, it was a bunch of contests during SmackDown or something like that. It was crazy. And
that first time when you had Daniel Bryan come out, I mean, is that
yeah, and I heard a little bit at the end there. Sorry, Marty's having a little breaking up things here and stuff, so we're getting that figured out. We're having technical difficulties because it's a SummerSlam pre-game show. There you go. I'm just going to throw it out and just say, man, I'm excited for this match. I think it's going to steal the show. I think it's going to be that they're going to try to pull off what they did the last couple of pay-per-views and probably make the first match and just really punch you in the nose with it. I'm really hoping this isn't the ending of it. I'm really hoping this is a start. I do think they could take this rivalry for about 3 or 4 pay-per-views, if not all the way through at least Royal Rumble. I mean, geez, Miz and Mrs. got. They said this earlier today. They said they've already got signed to a second season, and they're only like 4 episodes in. So Miz has a lot of hype going with him. I'm just hoping that he could take that into the ring and that hype turns into anger, man. Because those vignettes, man, there you could definitely see there was a lot of anger involved with those vignettes, and I'm excited for that one as well. That's gonna be, I think, the match of the night, bar none. One of them. I can't, dude. If they play it off right, it's like I said,
they
man.
do it right, but honestly, we'll get to the other match that I think is going to be the match tonight later on, just because of all the angles, everything that's been going on with it. But we'll get to that here in a little bit.
Gotcha. Okay. Anything else you want to throw in there, Marty?
Yeah, I mean, between those 3 matches, Daniel Bryan, The Miz, that's the match that really stands out to me. I think that with Strowman, we have some more to the outcomes of other matches that night. However, the payoff for this PW Daniel Bryan and Miz is match phenomenal. Kind of interesting what's going to happen too with the fact that Daniel Bryan still has a contract that is after contract. So I would love to see if I did, but I was going to kind of do
Absolutely, guys. Yeah. Hey, so you're joining us for our SummerSlam pre-show, which we really appreciate you guys going in. Please take a minute. I see we got some people joining in. Please throw some stuff in the chat room, guys. Let us know what you guys are looking for, which match you're looking forward to. Give us your intake on the Daniel Bryan Miz match, because I mean, obviously you could tell if you've been watching our show now, this is probably going to be one of the most anticipated matches that we are looking for as a group. And please let us know if you're wrong, if we're wrong on this. Please jump in on that chat. Let us know how you guys are doing. Because even Mind Freak is doing his little dance right now. Right there, guys.
Yeah, this is stuff you only get to see live. You only get to see it live.
Yes, sir. Now, Marty, we're working with Marty here. Marty, I think you got to try to switch it up a little bit. Try to go to your phone or something, man. I think we're getting some. We're not getting your full. We're getting lip reading in a sense, man. Is there a way you could take a second to try and see if you can switch it up?
That's the case. He'll be the true call-in. He'll be our first true call-in. Literally.
Oh.
I know.
Hey guys, if you wait just a second, we're gonna have a special guest calling in today. It's all the way from LA. It's Marty Vasquez. He'll be calling in just a second. Now, we're not talking about Marty from the days of the Rockers now. We're talking much better than Marty Jannetty from the Rockers. We're talking about Marty Vasquez.
Exactly.
This guy's a legend in Malice
and
podcast.
And when it comes to the podcast, I mean, half the time I think people would rather hear Marty than see his face. So,
yeah, his face is definitely covered. And as you can tell by the streaming, his face is also frozen, so there's a possibility he's switching over really quick. So we're gonna dance a little bit for you guys. Woo woo! Not that type of dance, no, because we don't have
on. Everybody, just tweet at Marty. Fix your internet.
Yes. Now, unfortunately, he's moved, and that's what's going on. We're kind of waiting for service to go in.
we're just. It's Smack Talk, baby. It's what we do.
Unfortunately, we're smack talking to someone who's frozen.
So I can hear you guys.
Oh, there he is! Look at that! Nice! It's Marty Jannetty from the Rockers! Yay!
So, ladies and gentlemen, for all of you tuning in on the Twitch, this is some of the stuff that you get to see when we do just the regular recordings. It's always stuff like this that happens.
Can you guys hear me better now?
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
yes.
All right.
Nice to
we'll see how this works.
All right.
The other connection.
My other service connection will be deleted.
Delete, 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 delete. Are you going to get rid of them seriously, though? Because I can't stand seeing two Martys at the same time. It's starting to freak me out, man.
Oh, it's almost as bad as
Hey, there he is. Woo.
All right.
All right,
You know,
so now we're
you
going.
would never have known that we've been doing this for damn near 4 months already.
Yeah, that's that. Our producers probably wanting to throw something at the screen right now. In fact, he's in there saying mute the other screen if you haven't done it already. All right. So, Marty, you are the keeper of the list. We talked a little bit about Daniel Bryan.
Hold on.
No,
How dare
no.
you compare him to Jericho? He's not the keeper of the list.
I don't know. He could probably hide a bunch of stuff in that. He could probably
You don't
hide a
have-
bunch
you
of
don't
stuff
have
in that
to click
beard.
over to Jericho.
I'm pretty sure the beard has its own list. It's going to put your name on it right now.
You have made the list. All right, so now we've got live via telephone, Marty. This is your first time on the show today, isn't it, sir?
It is. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me call in. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Yeah, we're actually getting a different angle of the beard. So it's almost like the parting of the seas there now, dude.
Do what I can.
Shit. All right. Thank you. Yes, please, because I don't want to see the nose hair either. All right. So we just got done talking about Miz. Marty, I'm going to have you pick, man. What champion? What's the next matches we're going to be talking about, bud?
Man, let's just get it out of the way. Let's get the New Day, the Bludgeon Brothers, and get that tag team SmackDown championships talked about real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. Who do you guys see winning this match?
Well, as I don't know, man. I do think it's going to be New Day. And the reason why I say it's going to be New Day is Bludgeon Brothers have no they don't have a persona right now, man. They're just two guys that run in there and kick the crap out of people. And like I said, I enjoy that. But at the same time, though, the SmackDown tag team division, which I always thought was the better of the two shows, is struggling right now to find itself again. They need someone to take the championships and kind of put some light on it again versus just two guys beating a snot out of people. Now, once again, if you watched SmackDown earlier, they were the Bludgeon Brothers beat triple three. They called themselves Triple Threat. There were some local guys from the area, and it was just exactly what you expected to see. Everyone just getting beat down. But man, I'm getting bored of the beatdowns. And the tag team division's getting slow and quiet. The Usos aren't as active as they were. I really want to see the New Day take the championship just because, if anything, their persona could drive it. It's almost going to be a reverse Mela, where they actually have talent and mic skills, whereas Mela just, well, I don't even know where I'm going there. Anyways, so I'm going with New Day.
Yeah, for myself, I'm going to agree with you on that one. I like the Bludgeon Brothers and where they're coming at with them as far as them. You know, these two guys are just going to come and destroy everybody. I thought the persona and the character build was fantastic, but the delivery and the payoff has been less than anything worth watching. So I think they absolutely need to get the belts off of them, not because they don't deserve them, but because they're just losing its steam. The belts together, those belts were, probably one of the top belts on the entire roster as far as legitimacy between the teams that have held it. And by putting it back on the New Day, as much as I really don't want to see the New Day champions again, you're going to get some quality matches with them facing some other teams, whether the Bar or the Usos or whatever it may be. You know that the payoff afterwards is going to be worth it. So it's definitely time to transition the Bludgeon Brothers off the titles, get them onto somebody else and make them relevant again, because those tag team belts need something to get them going again.
Absolutely. And yeah, my freak, what do you throw your sense in there, buddy?
I agree with both of you guys. I mean, I like the Bludgeon Brothers. They're great. I love, as Mario was saying, the character build up, them just coming out, just beating everybody, all hell and let loose. But the fact is, giving the tag team titles to the New Day to kind of, bring the pop back into the whole tag team division. But the only thing I'm scared of is if you're going to do it that way. I mean, we already got the New Day and the Usos for the better part of last year. I just don't want them to jump back into like something like that. I mean, you have a bunch of other different tag teams on the roster for SmackDown that you can easily put them into like championship contention for the titles and see what goes.
Yeah, it's I agree with Marty too that the belts I thought were the top belts at the time, and the tag team division there, like I said, just mentioned earlier, is stale. So hopefully getting the New Day, putting some life back into it, have their personas kind of carry the belt as everything kind of revs up. By the way, special shout out to Mr. Kofi Kingston. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Kofi.
Happy birthday, Kofi.
Yeah. Feel free to come on and join us on the show so we can sing you happy birthday or talk nothing but Kofi Kingston all day. I'd love to talk to you on the show, so feel free to check in sometime if you'd like, huh? So we've got ourselves the SmackDown Tag Team Championship belt. It sounds like all three of us are going for the New Day on that one. Where are we going to next, Marty?
Let's go ahead and talk about these mid-card belts, and might as well get the one out of the way first, and that's going to be Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on. We all know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be the birth of Nero, and he's not gonna win, unfortunately, because Shinsuke.
He's not going to win it, but it's not going to be because of something Shinsuke does. I think
it's going to be Randy Orton. That's
exactly
the main
what I was
factor
saying.
Right there. Yep.
That's exactly what I was going with. It's not going to be anything Shinsuke does. It's going to be something that Randy Orton does to cause him to lose the match.
I concur. I definitely agree that as well. I think Shinsuke will win, but unfortunately, like I said, this is a horrible championship run they're giving Shinsuke.
You want to know what I think I'm going to do? I'm just throwing it out there. I think Randy's going to interfere with the match, but he's going to make it to where Jeff Hardy wins by disqualification by attacking Shinsuke, because there is that little animosity between that going on there too. So it'll be interesting if that happens. So that might be what happens, but I don't know. So,
and there's your input from the fantasy booker of the day.
Hey!
I will say if he's right, I'll say if he's right, I'll give him an extra point. I'll give him that.
Okay. Deal.
Yeah.
You got yourself a deal, sir. And why? Because of that 1 point, it's going to be the reason why I win.
It's because of that 1 point you will actually come out with a 0 still.
I mean, it's kind of hard when we agree on some of the matches already. So
that's true. That's very true. So that means we're gonna have a sucky total at the end if that happens. Once again, before Chris jumped in on that again, I'm just gonna say, man, WWE needs to fix Shinsuke. Too good a talent, man. You're gonna lose him to freaking go back to New Japan Wrestling because they're building up steam because they're wasting his talent in WWE right now. He can win he can win matches on his own. And he could definitely be a heel at the same time. And this angle he's got, and this thing with Randy Orton, I mean, we're not even going to open up the can of worms that might be protruding out there in real life right now with Randy Orton. So we'll just kind of float over that. But if you're a wrestling fan, you're watching our show right now, there's something going on right now, which this might all be for naught if they start moving forward in the outside real world with Randy Orton. So let's hope that is not true. Because he just came back, and I don't want to see him leaving again. So, we've got everyone on Shinsuke on that one, and extra point if Randy jumps in and gives it to Jeff or something like that for my freak there. So, who's next? What is next?
We're gonna skip the next mid card bout. We're gonna jump ahead to a women's title match, and we're gonna go to the triple threat match between Mala, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch.
Now, before we start talking about this, he's doing this to just punch me in the nose because he knows I don't want to talk about this match. Because unfortunately, there's Mela's gonna win the belt again. She's gonna win it. I don't know how it's gonna happen. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair are gonna fight over it. It's the same thing that always happens in a triple threat match when you have two of the people that are really good friends. Everything will be going swimmingly. Everyone's gonna be excited, and then Melo's gonna run out of the ring, and then it's just gonna be Flair and freaking Becky Lynch just fighting it out, and one's gonna get knocked out or something, and Melo's gonna roll in and get the championship one. That's how it's. I'm throwing it out there. That's what's gonna happen because you know why? That is WWE when it comes to situations like this. It hasn't changed. You can go back to every single triple threat match with a similar scenario, and it's the same way all the freaking time. And I can't stand it because Mela is just wasting our time at this point. Her promos are good. She had a good promo earlier with Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair on SmackDown earlier. Unfortunately, though, it's everything inside the ring that sucks. And until she can get better, man, she's an upgraded version of Eva Marie to me. She's got better wrestling skills. She definitely does, but it's all about the looks right now for her, man, because you can't do it in the ring.
You just said some fighting words in front of Marty there, man.
I did. I can't stand her. I can't stand her being a champ.
That's not the fighting words part. Well, but I saw his reaction. I know. I already knew exactly what he's thinking.
I know. But that's what it is, man. SmackDown, when you look at their ratings, has dropped. It's dropped a lot. And you got to look at, and whenever ratings drop, you got to look at A, the writing, and B, who's your champs. AJ's been hanging on to the belt.
Maybe they should bring back already everything to bring something back and get rid of Carmella. I'm down for that.
There it is.
Wow. Well, go ahead, sir. Tell us what you think is going to happen, kind sir.
Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen is that they're going to give us a swerve because they're making it play out as if we're going to get this, buddy feud between Charlotte and Becky, and Carmella's going to come in and get the win and steal it, just like you described a moment ago. But no, we're not going to get that. That's what they're thinking we're going to make. We're going to get, and we're not going to get this time. Becky's been on too much of a high. She after such a high low, and they're bringing Charlotte in to give this overshadow above her to make it look like she is going to come in and steal this opportunity from Becky. And we're finally going to get Becky to get one over on Charlotte, and that's what's going to happen. And what the best part is, Carmella's not even going to be part of the decision. We're going to see Becky beat Charlotte and win that belt.
Strong words from a bearded man.
Damn right. Got to follow up and get the back of my Irish last kicker.
I bet you would. Hey, my freak, what do you think?
I'm torn with this one.
Money ain't Mela no more, bro.
No. That's not what I'm torn. No. Forget. No. It's about what you said. Yeah. No. Mela's not even gonna be part of this. As much as with all the steam that Becky's picked up and the idea of Charlotte coming into the match, if they don't. I'm torn because I want Becky to win, but at the same time, I could see them giving the belt to Charlotte and then starting Becky versus Charlotte to the title. That's where I'm kind of torn between the two. But in the end, I got to give it to her. I'm saying Becky. As much as I think that's maybe what happened, but hopefully not. I'm all in for Becky.
Well, gentlemen, I will make sure that next week I'll be holding the belt like this a little bit because that's going to be the breaker for me right there. That's going to get me the win.
No, it's not.
And trust me, guys, you know how much I hate Mela. But WWE, if anything, is so predictable with situations like this. They just are.
You're going to end up losing this week's picks.
Yeah, you are.
Mela right now. You're going to lose by one pick, and it's going to be one. And it's going to be Mela. Derek's going to bump up above you because of his...
With the extra point, nonetheless.
Because of his RKO extra point.
No. It's not going to happen, dude. How many times now since we've been on the show? You said we've been on for 4 months now, right? How many times have we said it's going to happen and it doesn't happen? It's not going to happen, dude. It's not going to happen.
But here's the thing. How many times have we said something's going to happen exactly like we know it's going to happen, but it doesn't end up happening that way?
Yeah, well, I'm not getting paid for that anymore, so WWE better start listening if that's the case.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we want our paychecks, buddies. We want our paychecks. What's next, Marty?
Let's jump back down, and we're gonna go ahead and
Wait, hold on. I'm seeing in the chat a punishment bet. Somebody make a punishment bet here from our producer here. So,
oh boy,
what kind of? All right, here I got one. I'll throw one out. Right? If you're wrong and Melo loses, you have to buy a Melo shirt and wear it on the next cast.
All right, I'm down with that.
Even have any T-shirts?
I'm sure she does somewhere.
She does somewhere.
Hey, worst case scenario, you can see the B team came up with their own shirts, so I'll go ahead and make up one for her. Shoot, I'll do it.
All you gotta do is put some like spray tan residue on it. It's some leopard print. I think you're good. You're good.
I just go buy one of those Enzo Amore shirts and call it a day. Oh man. Oh, dude. Yeah, I'll spot you on that one, man. If that ends up happening, I will get the shirt and I'll wear it. I'll donate it to someone who's a Melo fan. I don't know. All right. Or I'm gonna have really good, high quality toilet paper for a good couple weeks, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. One way or another, though, I will take down that bet. Now, what happens if my prediction pulls off just the way I said it was? Let's see what should come out for the two of you guys. You know what? I think I have an idea, but I'm gonna let the show go a little bit longer just to kind of think of some other ideas. Just because I can. I'm the host, baby. So let's move on to the next one. Right. What's the next one?
All right, we're gonna jump back to this match we have for the IC title with Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre in his corner versus Seth Rollins and the newly returned, newly rebuilt, and Triple H-esque looking superstar, Dean Ambrose.
Boy, I was going to say Triple H as well. Yes, I concur, sir.
Match of the night.
Nope.
Not even close. Nope, not match of the night.
Nope. Too much outside interference.
Exactly. Too many moving parts in this match to make it a match of the night. We've already seen multiple matches of the nights from these two guys that this is going to have so much storytelling to it, it's going to take away from the match. And I'm okay with that because we've seen this match multiple times. And personally, I think Ziggler is going to retain his belt. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I take that back. I have Rollins taking his belt because it's going to set up something different. But there's going to be so much going on that's going to take away from the actual wrestling that's going to happen in this match because you're going to be watching everything else going around the side, outside and inside that ring. Yeah,
I concur. Except I'm not sure about the I'm not sure about the Seth Rollins winning it though. After watching what happened with Raw and everything, and bringing back Ambrose, I don't know. I think WWE is going back to their old tricks and saying, "Hey, we've got the three again." They're going to somehow get the Shield going again.
Exactly.
Because
what better way to get the Shield together with two of the straps on two of the guys?
Exactly.
Yeah, Roman Reigns isn't going to walk out. We're not talking about that match yet. Yeah, no. I unfortunately, I'm thinking Ziggler's going to keep the belt, and it's just something. It's a gut feeling of mine. It's not like Ziggler hasn't done anything wrong, and it's not like Seth Rollins has done anything wrong. I think they're actually going to be dragging this on a little bit longer, which means that Ziggler with the belt brings more fire to it. If Rollins wins it, then you get this little like, okay, well, Ziggler's he's gonna try to win it back, but I don't know if there's enough fire behind that. I think we're gonna start getting bored of that. More
what if we get a different story and there's so much involvement that McIntyre causes Ziggler this match, and then we get a storyline between Ziggler and Drew McIntyre?
No, that's not where they're wanting to go with McIntyre. McIntyre needs to get pushed up to the main belt.
Right. But if you take if this becomes whoever wins this feud moves on, then you can give this a stumping and a jumping off point for McIntyre to move up either towards the IC belt or even further and jumpstart above that and just move into the main title picture.
Hey, by the way, thank you, Helabama Shella, for following us on Twitch. Thank you. Welcome to the group and everything. I hope you're enjoying the show. Unfortunately, you have Marty speaking some rambling stuff going on right now about somebody winning something. I don't know what he's talking about over here. What's going on here? He's coming from the phone angle. Helabama Shella, who you think's going to win it? You got to tell us in the chat room who you think's going to win. Is it going to be Ziggler or Rollins? Throw it in there, please. Marty, who you think's going to win the match? Again, you said it was going to be Rollins, correct?
I got Rollins win the match.
Mind Freak, who do you got?
Rollins.
All right. Wow, man. I'm either going to go down in flames or I'm a heel. I'm heel Johnson this weekend. I'm heels Vader. There you go, man. Okay, so we've got that. Yeah, another match down. What do we got next?
We got the other women's title match, the one on Raw between Alexa Bliss and Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Right there. I hate to say it, they're going to give it to her. They're going to give it to Rousey, and I'm not saying, and I'll be perfectly frank. As much as I want to see Rousey win it, I think it's too early, but they're still going to give it to her. Everything's looking toward it. Everything they've been doing right now since then has all been foreshadowing this. And I think Rousey's gotten a lot of following there. She's got a really good fan base going on. Her skill set's getting better in the ring. I could stand to not see so many judo tosses, but she is getting better. I think, and because I've been watching this long enough, I know what Vince McMahon's mindset is. Put the belt on the name. So I'm gonna give it to Rousey.
Well, I agree with you there for the most part, and this is probably where I lose the week's predictions. Because as much as I think for a business standpoint and the fact that they've been riding her as high as they have and give her as many opportunities, deep down inside, I honestly believe they're going to give Ronda this belt. That being said, I'm going a different route. I'm going the Alexa Bliss route because I think that they can also go the storyline that Ronda's getting these opportunities, yet she can't get the payoff and she can't complete the job. And I think they've got so much bigger storyline there. To see what happens. And I'm hoping that they can go this different route and swerve everybody and thinking that, we're going to get Ronda the title this time around. And I hope that they don't. So I'm going to go against the norm and I'm going to go against what everyone thinks is going to happen. And I'm taking Alexa to weasel her way out again and take this belt before she loses it next month.
My Freak.
I'm staying with the goddess. Alexa's going to win it. I agree with everything that both of you guys said. Ronda has a big name. She has the big pop, and that would be one of the reasons to give it to her. But it's still way too early for her to give her the belts. At this point, she will have the belt regardless. But I'm just thinking right now, with everything that's Alexa's going to retain it and build up something a little bit more.
Here's another thing I'm thinking about, a reason why they were to make her lose this match and not win it this time. We have the Women's Evolution pay-per-view coming up in less than 2 months. If you want this pay-per-view to get off and running and get so much support and backing behind it and get so many people watching this, why not have Ronda win this match? You want her to win it at a big stage. SummerSlam, goes down as possibly the second biggest event of the year. I get that. But if they're trying to do something new and different, then why not have her win at the Evolution pay-per-view where she's going to be highlighted above every other female superstar on the entire roster, both now, past, and future.
Now, as we're still talking about this, we got a response from Helabama Shella going with Rollins. So mark that down there. You're going to be our first fan choice there, and see if you could jump in and take the belt from one of us there. In fact, while you're on there, hey, Rousey or Bliss, who do you got on there? Marty is keeping score of everything, so I'm going to throw this in there. The People's Choice belt. All right, let's see if she could jump. If Helabama Shella could jump in and see who's going to win that women's title match between Rousey and Bliss, and then they could beat us. We'll somehow try to figure out we can get away getting something there. Target's got a good sale on some belts lately. We'll see what we could do because that's where our budget is at, unfortunately.
She's got Bliss too. Look at that, taking Alexa.
Bliss. All right, so I am apparently I think I'm apparently getting outvoted this week. Oh man! All right.
Boom!
So you got that
Another
marked
one for
down there.
Alexa Bliss.
Wow. And as you're joining the show, hello, you just got to realize that's Mind Freak jumping in 10 seconds afterwards. That's the normal show here.
Yeah, no, my headset died. Had to plug it in real quick.
Damn. So yeah, she said, Hella Bombashella says Rousey, show's over. She's trying to make a comeback and isn't going to happen. There you go. But I do agree. If Bliss wins, there's two ways they can go about it. You're right; they could definitely headline this Women's Evolution pay-per-view with them and make it even bigger. Or, and this might be something out there because we've talked about this about a month and a half ago. There are two ladies that have been signed over 3 months ago that we have not seen, but maybe a couple times just for fans support. The Four Horsewomen. What better way to introduce the UFC Four Horsewomen to WWE with Shayna Baszler, because she's got her championship match this weekend. We're not talking NXT Brooklyn Takeover to my heart's demise there, but I do think I think Shayna Baszler is not going to come out with the championship. They're going to get the Kyrie Singh, and that'll give a perfect opportunity to get the Four Horsewomen together.
Here's something to go along with that thought as well. Is that we've had Natty in her corner this entire time, and the way things go, I really don't see Natalya being there on Sunday. Just the way the WWE works, they're gonna let her take her time off. They're gonna probably maybe make her force her to take some time off. So I don't think we're gonna see Natty this weekend. But we know that Alexa's gonna come out there with somebody by her side, whether it's the joke of all jokes in Alicia Fox, whoever else she brings out there with her, whether it's Mickie James if she's back. I think I read that she has possibly an injury, so I don't know. That's why she hasn't been there. But either way, if Alexa's going to come out with her ring corner support, then I think this is the perfect opportunity for them to bring maybe not even just Shayna, but yeah, like you said, the entire Four Horsewomen, and bring them out and have them by her side, because at that point, you definitely make this a match where it puts it in Ronda's favor. But not only that, but it introduces the rest of the WWE universe to this entire faction. This what could be those first women's faction in the WWE, and that's gonna be pretty big too.
And think of it like this too: we have SummerSlam, so all the pay-per-views are co-branded now. So think of it like this: they come out. Alexa Bliss, kind of runs or scampers her course or does some. I don't know, somehow. Bayley, Sasha, you've got Becky Lynch, you got Charlotte. They're all in the same thing. They're all in the same house. Somehow, I think that'd be a great way to get them out there. I don't know how. Maybe think of it like an invasion kind of thing back in the day when ECW invaded.
No.
Yeah,
Let's move past
I think
that invasion.
Yeah.
No, I think that's probably what's going to happen. That's how they're going to do it. Makes perfect sense.
It does make sense. It does make sense, especially since they're pushing this whole boss and hug connection. And I don't know if you saw it the other day, but Sasha posted something the other day with the two of them, like a photo shoot, and said that they're going to take over the women's tag team division, which is a precursor to what we could see. Stephanie already came out and said we're not getting the tag team titles at SummerSlam. Doesn't mean we're not going to get them at Evolution. But that being said, if whether Charlotte or Becky wins this title match, then that means it puts a belt on one of the four, and it puts the four of them together. Like you said, the four of them in the same house, and it easily sets it up for them to come out against Ronda. Even if Ronda loses or Ronda wins, whatever it may be, that definitely sets it up. And I think that's a storyline that everyone wants to see as well.
Yep.
And just as an added bonus, our producer is going ahead and trying to throw some pipe bombs in our chat room there. All right, you keep doing your thing, sir. Wait till you see it in person, brother. All right, who we got next? What's the next match, sir?
All right.
So I think it really quick. We got Rousey. I have Rousey, and you two have Bliss.
Correct.
All right, go for it. Who's next?
As far as the title matches, we have 2 title matches left. And those are going to be the WWE Championship and the Universal title. So we're going to start off, obviously, with the one that has the less storyline behind it. And we're going to go with AJ versus Samoa Joe. The one match that I personally believe is going to be the actual wrestling match of the title matches. And going to be probably the best match of the two. I'm split on what they're going to do with this title. I don't know if they're going to go ahead and give it to AJ or to Samoa Joe, or they're going to let AJ retain it. Personally, I want AJ to retain it because I do not want to see Samoa Joe the title. I just don't, especially when he comes back after 6 months gone, 1 here, 1 week here, 6 months gone, 1 week here, whatever it may be. I don't want him coming back and having a title reign right away. He hasn't earned it. He hasn't been around long enough to earn it. Finn Balor wins the belt, gets hurt, has to give it up, and hasn't had an opportunity since. And that was 2 years ago. Yet Samoa Joe's gone nearly every month for an injury, and he's getting a title match. So the money's with AJ. The house AJ built. He's probably one of the best wrestlers in the world, and he's on SmackDown. He's making SmackDown relevant. Even with the title for nearly 10 months, I know you don't want him to keep that title, and I think it's time for him to use it too and move on and try to chase or whatever it may be and get that strap on somebody else. But that somebody else is not Samoa Joe.
Unfortunately, I'm going to say it's going to be that way. They're going to give it to Samoa Joe. I hate it too because I agree with you 100% on that. But the thing I've noticed about Samoa Joe, man, is that when he gets on TV, he's ruthless. He's got that attitude to it, and that's something SmackDown's been truly lacking in a while. Is that ruthlessness and your heel. Drew McIntyre is coming around, which is good, but they don't have him solid yet. I mean, Samoa Joe just came right back from everything. He just threw himself right into the match, one, but B, he doesn't care. And I think that's how they're going to pass it off. AJ Styles is going to lose his belt to Samoa Joe. That's going to start a feud that'll keep that going for a while, and it's going to piss off the fans because that's exactly what they want right now. They want that type of they want that kind of – they want the belts right now with some kind of like toxicity to them. Samoa Joe winning it because he's just freaking pissed off the world. No one wants him to win it. He's going to win it. Ronda Rousey winning it because she's got her name to it, and it's going to bring toxicity to the true wrestling fans. That's what I think this whole SummerSlam show is going to be. It's going to be the show of toxicity. Like, people are going to end up watching a show, and I don't think they're going to get to Undertaker losing the Brock Lesnar kind of levels, but there's going to be some grumpus fans after SummerSlam. Grumpus fans, and this is one of those matches that are going to make them upset, is Samoa Joe winning against AJ Styles. Mind Freak?
As much as I like AJ Styles, I've said it before, he's held the belt for 10 months, which is pretty long. On the other note, I think Samoa Joe is going to win it, and I know you guys are going to hate me for saying this. I like Samoa Joe. I do. I think he's great on the mic. He's the Samoan submission machine. I think he has that nice heel to him, and I think that's what the belt needs right now, is especially like on the SmackDown side of it. You need to heel with the belt. What better heel other than The Miz do they have right now? And that's Samoa.
So here's the thing. If Daniel Bryan loses, or The Miz beats Daniel Bryan, AJ wins this belt. This feud with Daniel Bryan can go on forever. It doesn't need to, and this feud's better off without pay-per-view after pay-per-view matches. This feud's better off the longer it draws it out. So there's nothing saying that The Miz can't beat Daniel Bryan and then start this feud to AJ Styles to win his belt, which if AJ Styles were to eventually lose his belt to The Miz, and then you have this feud still going on with Daniel Bryan, for what the WWE wants with Daniel Bryan and what the fans, their little lovely, darling that Daniel Bryan is, you set up Daniel Bryan versus The Miz for the title.
But with that point even if AJ retains it and loses it to The Miz next month, I'd be okay with that one too, for that exact same reason. So that's why I'm torn. But
Samoa Joe doesn't deserve crap. Samoa Joe deserves to sit on an ice pack in the back room by himself until they release him, and he can go back to TNA and try to be something relevant.
Pipe bomb, game over. There you go. So what do we have there? We got Mind Freak and I going with Samoa, and Marty going with AJ.
Yep, I'm either going to have a lot of wins, or I'm going to be very sad in the losing column.
Ken's gonna be holding the Masonic Vader right there, holding the belt, baby. All right, so I guess that leaves the is there a Universal Championship match? I don't know.
There is.
There is.
There damn well is. Heck yeah, there is.
Okay, I don't know because I haven't seen that belt forever and a day.
Really, because I just saw it last night. And
that's good. That's good.
I saw Brock Lesnar looking like a complete jackass, and Paul Heyman do what Paul Heyman does best, and Roman Reigns just better come out and just destroy him and embarrass him and give him the beating of all beatings that he absolutely deserves. I mean,
what does Heyman say? Beaten, victimized, and conquered.
Just so I didn't get to look at it. Who did Brock Lesnar fight last year at SummerSlam? Was it Randy or Randy the year before?
I can't remember. I mean, you think we would remember because he's only had maybe 5 matches.
No, he fought Braun.
No.
He fought Braun last year.
It was Braun. I think it was a fatal four-way.
It was a four-way. That's right. It was a fatal four-way.
Braun, Samoa Joe, and Roman Reigns. Kane.
No, it was Roman Reigns.
Was it Roman?
Yeah, Kane and Braun and him were at like Royal Rumble.
That's right.
That's right. It was Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns. Okay, so the last 3 pay-per-views that we've had, or 3 of the last 4 with Brock Lesnar, has been the fatal four-way, has been the beatdown where he destroyed and just busted open Randy Orton, and then where he suplex city'd the crap out of John Cena. They keep building Brock Lesnar up as this guy who just comes in and destroys everybody every chance he gets, and he's leaving. If they're gonna make him lose his belt, he needs to lose it in a way that is undeniably just straight destroyed, and he needs to go away beaten, defeated, with his tail between his legs, so that he's got a sour taste in his mouth. So when he goes to UFC and beats Daniel Cormier, he wins that belt and just forgets about the WWE and can leave us all alone for the rest of his life. But Roman Reigns, here's what pisses me off the most about this, because I want Roman Reigns to win it. And I'm one of the biggest Roman Reigns fans out there. I love the guy. I think he's a great performer, what he does day in, day out. And I think that they do it right. This could be the match that gets him over with the crowd. If he wins this belt, comes out Monday night, I won this belt. You can like me, you can hate me. It doesn't matter. I'm going to fight for this belt in front of you day in, week out, whatever it may be. You're going to have a belt to watch every week. That, for me, if I wasn't a Roman fan, that's enough to get me cheering for the guy, because I'm going to see the belt defended. However, the way the WWE works, I have a strong feeling that Brock Lesnar is still going to win this dang belt and still walk out with Roman losing to Brock Lesnar for the 3rd time, which is only going to piss people off more, because eventually he will be back in the title picture, and that's going to piss people off then. But I have Roman Reigns winning. Brock Lesnar needs to get a beating of his lifetime, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay, now do you think Roman Reigns rocks out with the title?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. And this is gonna go because I think that Kevin Owens is gonna win that belt from Braun Strowman, and I think KO is gonna cash it in.
Oh, hell no. No. Braun Strowman is gonna walk out that championship belt, and in fact, this is the way it's gonna go. Unfortunately, Brock Lesnar is gonna win. He's totally gonna win it. The match against Roman Reigns. And then Braun Strowman is going to come out and cash in that bank, and he's going to just destroy Brock Lesnar and take the belt from him. That's how I have it, guys. Write me down for that one. Brock Lesnar beats Roman Reigns, and then Braun Strowman comes in and cashes in Monster in the Bank and walks out with the title. Mind freak, you're either frozen or you're in complete numbness. He's frozen, guys.
No, I'm here.
There he is. Okay.
It's about time.
Roman's going to win. Braun's walking out with the belt.
Roman's going to win. Braun's walking out the belt. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Okay. So you guys both think that Braun Strowman is going to win that match then? Okay.
No, I didn't say he's going to. I didn't say Braun Strowman's going to win the match.
No, the Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank. You said
the contract against KO.
Oh, he's going to cash it in. Yeah, he's going to cash it in. He's got too much going right now because right now, like Roman Reigns, hey, he's done a good job of kind of turning it a little bit, but he's still not there. He still has a lot of heat from him. People he's not fully turned yet. Like, in fact, even people have talked about maybe going heel. But I think what will end up happening is if Roman Reigns wins it, or takes that belt home with him that night, yeah, it's gonna be a bad day the next day for WWE.
No, it's not.
I think Braun Strowman coming out with the belt is the right thing to do. The fans have been behind him now for God knows how long, and he hasn't had he hasn't had a real good chance for it. So what the hell? Why not give it to the fan favorite?
Yep.
I mean, it just when it comes down to it, you've had somebody who hasn't been showing up week after week, has gone complete despisement to Braun Strowman wins it, and he's there every freaking week. And every time he comes out, I don't get it, man. It's amazing how this guy was heel, and he just went. The fans said, no, he's not heel. We like him. We're keeping him. And, yeah, now he's freaking top crowd getter right now.
So do you think that there's any – I mean, given a lot happened this week, do you think there's any chance that Paul Heyman does another double turn and even with what he did to help him this week, turns on Brock Lesnar and pushes the edge to someone else? Doesn't necessarily mean Roman, but someone else. I mean, that could be Braun as well. But
no, I was about to say,
do you think Paul Heyman turns on Brock Lesnar this Sunday?
I think this is what I was thinking. I think he does turn on Brock Lesnar because after Brock Lesnar loses it, he's gone. He's UFC right now. This is his last match, and then he has to focus on UFC. He can't do both. Okay, and the fans aren't going to keep going with the fact that the Universal Champion never shows up, especially because we know he's going to be training for a championship.
Well, let's be honest. He hasn't really been focusing or thinking about the WWE for the last 2 years anyway.
That's
so
true.
It doesn't really matter.
I say Paul Heyman turns on him and says, okay, look, man, I had the beast incarnate. Now I've just got the beast. Ding.
I think there's more likelihood that he teams up with Braun Strowman than he does with Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he goes Braun Strowman. That's why he walks out with the belt, because Paul Heyman has him with there too. But I think he wins the belt and Paul Heyman picks him up.
Got it.
And there you go. I've left them dumbfounded, everybody. You just saw it right there. They were both quiet. They know that the wisdom is just – there you go.
What wisdom?
There you go. Mind blown.
Oh, man.
Either that or someone's got horrible freaking reception still.
Nope.
No,
I'm good. I'm just letting you soak in what your nonsense you're speaking right now.
Well, the way it's going, I'm either soaking in my glory or, because I'm the older one, probably soaking in my pee pants. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's almost past your bedtime, so that's possible.
Oh, Take it easy. Take it easy. So what have we missed? So that's the match, huh? That's it.
That's the match. We do have a couple matches that we just didn't go over. We didn't go into detail about because they really weren't talking about. But just to grab the picks and the win, who's going to win them?
Yeah. So let's go run down the list.
All right. So we got Lana Rusev, Almas, Vega. Who y'all got?
Rusev and Lana.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go with Vega and Almas.
All right. Raw tag team titles: Revival versus the B team.
B team.
Yeah, I'll go B team on that. I'll go B team.
You know you want
you want the Muffin Top.
Nope, I do not want Muffin Top winning.
Yeah,
I can't stand it.
You don't want him winning, but you think you want. Okay, so we got cruiserweight titles. Got Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak.
I'm going Drew Gulak.
I am as well.
All right, that's a clean sweep because all three of us got Drew Gulak. We got Strowman. You guys have Strowman carrying that briefcase to the end of the pay-per-view. I got KO taking that from him. We got Balor versus Corbin. Who y'all got?
Balor.
All right, Corbin gets another loss. Sounds good to me. And then we got Daniel Bryan versus The Miz.
Wow. Can we move on to the next one? Maybe save that one for last.
we can. The rest of them will just be recaps because the three of us got Nakamura over Jeff Hardy. We're split, or we got Derek and myself with Rollins, and you got Ziggler, and then a clean sweep of the New Day over the Bludgeon Brothers. We got Mind Freak and myself with Alexa, and you're taking Ronda Rousey. That's sorry.
How dare you go against the goddess?
Bad. You're just taking like with the women's titles, man. You're taking Carmella. Well, all right.
Yeah.
Well,
with how much heat you give Carmella, you're picking her for the title?
It's
man. I can't wait for next week when you're wearing her shirt. You're wearing her shirt.
You're picking off of emotion. I'm picking off of experience, man. I hate it, dude. I hate it. I don't want to see Mella win. But I've been watching this long enough to know that every time this situation comes up, the champ gets it, especially if the champ is hated. If the champ is a good person, then no. If it's a face, the face loses. But every time the heel is in this situation where there's three people and two of them are friends and they're and their faces, you know what happens, man? The faces start fighting. Eventually, the faces kind of one gets knocked out versus the other, and then the champ comes in at the last minute and does, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, a schoolboy, whatever, wins the championship. I think she wins it on Becky Lynch. And that starts the rivalry where Becky Lynch will then break someone's arm and take it from her when they don't have a third person.
Our producer's saying you just want to wear Mella's shirt so badly. That's why you're picking her.
I saw that tweet about I saw that little 5 minutes ago, and I refuse to acknowledge that one.
Yeah.
All right, so you got Mella, Derek, and I got good old Becky Lynch taking that title finally. Then we got you guys going with Samoa Joe. And I'm going to go with the retaining and AJ Styles walking out as the phenomenal champion, as he is.
As the soccer mom walks off to go pick up the kids from practice without the belt.
He could walk off as a soccer mom and rather see him with the title than good old E Honda over there. And then the final Universal title, because we're going to get a Universal title that's defended on a weekly basis. So you're keeping it with Brock freaking Lesnar. Oh man, between Lesnar and Mella, I don't even know what is going. No, it's too late for you, bro. It's too late. And then Mind Freak and myself with Roman Reigns winning the match, but not taking the belt home that night. That's kind of where that goes.
If I predicted exactly what it is, I don't care how many points I get. I think I just take the belt with that one.
And then that's our those are our picks for
okay, so we've got the one, we've got the last one, the Miz and the freaking Bryant, Daniel Bryan versus the Miz. Okay,
I'm saving my pick for last.
Yeah, of course you are. All right. Only because I want this to go a long time. You know what? No, I'm gonna say it. Daniel Bryan's gonna win it. He's going to re-sign, and the rivalry is going to continue. Miz will not let it go away. Daniel Bryan will win, and the rivalry will continue.
I like your thought, but flip it. Miz is going to win, and that gives Daniel more fuel to just want to just beat his face in. I'm saying the Miz.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to take this on as this is going to be the match that's going to jumpstart this feud even further and going to carry us for a long time. And because he loses, he's going to re-sign to keep this going. If he were to win it, he'd be saying goodbye. So this match is going to the Miz, and he's going to take this first win.
No, Brie Bella's going to win.
You know, if that's the case, Birdie's going to win this match over Little River.
Monroe Sky.
Monroe Sky.
So it's main event is Rose Sky versus Bird. Birdie, oh my gosh.
WrestleMania 35 is going to be the first ever
family tag match.
Exactly.
The first ever family tag team.
Oh my gosh, is that Miz going off the top rope with Rose and a little holder? Oh gosh. Well, hey guys, that's our cast for tonight. I think that's probably. I want to just throw this out there, even with technical glitches. I think this has been our fastest cast. Yeah,
under an hour. Woohoo!
Woohoo! But that's fun though, because we've had that flow going all night. We had some good chat room going on there. It was good to see Hella in there, and I hope we get to see you again soon. I guess we'll be doing our sign out, because after that, the next time you'll see us, hopefully, will be after SummerSlam, when we do our aftercast show. We just got to get the Bearded Wonder to watch it like a speed reader. Where can we follow the Bearded Wonder and Marty?
You can follow the Bearded Wonder at Marty_Vasquez87, Instagram and Twitter. Always talking wrestling and posting wrestling on there.
That should be your new handle.
The Bearded Wonder.
Bearded Wonder.
Do I have to have like a
Bearded Wonder?
Do I have to have like a caption of like the good old boy wonder, but with the bearded face on him? Because
Yes.
if that's the case,
Yes.
Puberty came early for the boy wonder. Mind Freak, where can we follow you?
Follow me on Twitter at MindFreakMLG. You can follow me right here on Twitch at twitch.tv/BTVMindFreak, doing streams of Fortnite, Destiny, and all that kind of wonderful stuff. And on Instagram at @just_MindFreak.
Nice. And of course, as I've said at the beginning a couple times, let me see if I get this pointing right. So I'm looking at here. It's right around there. That's Malice Corp right there. That's our parents. You definitely want to check them out. Follow them. Check them out on Twitch Friday nights at 8 o'clock, and also follow them on YouTube. Right below that, you can see we've got the list. Dang, I'm pointing the wrong way. Delayed reaction. That way, guys. That way. You can see the rest of the list, Smack Talk and whatnot. You can follow. Yeah, there you go, Chris.
Just like this. Just like this.
Just like the Vanna White. So follow this list of people here. They're so awesome to follow. And if by doing so, you'll get a free 1 month. No, I'm just kidding. Definitely follow this list. You can follow Masonic Vader, but right now my heart's more towards Smack Talk. So follow Smack Talk. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Watch our shows on YouTube. I think I just felt an earthquake. Good times. Follow us on YouTube. Definitely put some comments in there. Let us know what we got right or wrong. And, of course, we want to thank everybody who's following the show itself. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoy it. And like we always like to end the show, our producer's giving us that 1, 2, 3.
False finish. False.
Yeah.
2 count. 2. No.
Oh, no. 2. Well, there's usually a ding, 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 but I think we forgot to tell our producer about the. Hey! Support your small streamers. Support your small streamers. Good night, everyone. We'll see you soon.